So after Tyrod Taylor threw for about 7 interceptions in our last game, I figured I'd stop by and have a little chat with the GM. I tried to convince him and plead my case that Tyrod is just not the answer that we need at quarterback, but at the end of the day, he disagreed and told me that Tyrod's going to be in their future plans for quite some time. So with that said, you guys, I think it's time for a change of scenery. Now, in a desperation move by the GM, he did say that if I'm released and I don't get signed, then that'll pretty much be the end of the road. I'm gonna have to retire at that point. But my agent Drew Rosenhaus pretty much guaranteed that if we're released, there'll be a handful of teams ready to sign us immediately, and he was not joking around. Look at the number of teams that are ready to sign us day one. The money's not all that great right now, but that's really not what it's about. What I'm looking for most is a team that has a really capable quarterback, preferably a Pro Bowler, and a team that has a solid winning tradition over the last decade or so. And the team that fits that criteria the best are the Seattle Seahawks. Now, I really don't know what Stephania Bell's talking about saying that the Seahawks have just got a guy who's going to slide right in at 3. If they picture me being a slot receiver, that is not happening, you guys. I'm telling you right now, we might be looking for a new team if that's the way they want to play it. But check out the Seahawks roster. They still have the usual suspects, Richard Sherman, Russell Wilson, and those guys. That's exactly why we're going to the Pacific Northwest. Now, as we get into the gameplay, I wanted to run something by you. I've got an idea for the career series moving forward, and since we are kind of in those dog days of Madden 17, I think we could do something different with the career series. Maybe do like a topic discussion every week, or maybe do a crazy story, or something different that'll just separate the franchise content from the career content, just so you don't get the same video every upload. Now, with that said, there is a pretty important topic that I'd like to discuss with you guys, and it's a really sensitive topic, so I'm going to have to choose my words really carefully in this video because today's topic revolves around money, controversy, and a little bit of conspiracy. Those are 3 things along with religion and politics that I promised myself I'd never use this platform to speak on, ever. But I'm gonna have to bend that promise because a lot of what's happening is affecting me personally and a lot of members of the YouTube community, specifically in the gaming community. Now, for those of you who may be unaware, YouTube has exploded over the last decade, servicing over 1.3 billion users who upload over 300 hours of content every day. Plus, when you factor in the 30 million hits the site gets daily, along with the 5 billion videos that are watched every day, it's hard to even imagine something like this could even happen. And of course, what I'm referring to is the 250 or so advertisers that decided to just conveniently suspend their advertising campaigns on YouTube. Now, I have no idea what's really going on behind the scenes, but my opinions are strictly being based around what's being reported by various media outlets like CNN, The Wall Street Journal, and BusinessInsider.com. Now, I'm not going to speak on who's involved or point fingers to say who did what, but the main reason these major corporations pulled their ad revenue off of YouTube because their ads were being placed over shady and controversial videos. Now, before this happened, just as an example, you might have seen a Coca-Cola advertisement over a hate group rally video. Or you might have even caught an AT&T advertisement play right before your favorite YouTuber's vulgarity-filled rant about, I don't know, why he hated his last video game. So as a business professional myself, I completely understand why all 250 or so of these companies left. The problem I have with it, and again, this is from the outside looking in, my issue with it is the timing. Why now? This sort of thing has been happening on YouTube for as long as I can remember, for at least the last 5 to 6 years. What made the advertisers decide to pull the plug now? And what I'm more curious about, and this is where the controversy part of this video comes in, is why does it appear that the gaming community is the hardest hit by the removal of the ads? And I'm pretty sure you guys have witnessed it too. How many of your favorite YouTube channels have you gone to take a look at and you clicked on the video and there's no pre-roll ad? I've done it for at least 15 of my own videos, let alone some other videos for channels that I follow as well. The same thing is happening to them. There are no advertisements at all on their videos. And I know there's some of you guys out there sitting like, oh, okay, cool, there's no ads on the videos. I hate it waiting that extra 45 seconds or a minute before the video anyway. I'm glad there's no ads on the videos. You guys, if you're thinking that way, please don't, because ultimately what it does is it takes earning potential away from YouTube content creators who invest hours upon hours into their craft the same way I do, and it puts us in a really bad spot, especially the people who depend on YouTube to make a living. I can't even imagine what some of them might be going through right now. My heart goes out to them. So where does this leave YouTube, you might ask? To be completely honest with you guys, I have no idea. I read an article just before I started recording that said Google's expected to lose $750 million behind this, but if they've shown us anything over the years, it's that they know how to be profitable, so I expect them to bounce back, and hopefully sooner than later. As far as YouTube goes, only time will tell how things play out. Either way, I'm still going to keep pumping out content for you guys because, like I said in the last video, this is what I really enjoy doing. Now, I also want to remind you guys of something real quick before I let you guys go, is that I am a member of Patreon. I have been for the last 6 months or so, and if you guys want to contribute to the cause, there's a link down below, and if you don't, then don't. That's perfectly fine too. I'm not begging for donations or anything like that. I'm just letting you guys know the option is available to you if you want to take advantage of it. Anyways, you guys, that's all the time I've got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.